Can the Democratic Alliance of South Africa transition from its colonial and apartheid founding roots as a political party? Because for the Democratic Alliance to become the governing and ruling party of South Africa, its leadership must be predominantly African and Black. But is such a Democratic Alliance transition taking place at the party political leadership level? Therefore, let us look at its leadership structure. Whether Africanization is meaningfully taking place. At its leadership elections, which took place at the elective Federal Congress in 2026, the following officials were elected: Geordin Lewis, Msimanga, Siviwe Gwarube, Cilliers Brink, Malatsi, Ashor Sarupen, J.P. Smith, Thomas Walters, Pophaim, and Dr. Mark Burke. But the weak governance and leadership crises of the African National Congress have also driven many young African leaders and voters into the embrace of the Democratic Alliance. But disconcertingly, both Thabo Mbeki and Jacob Zuma were removed from office as presidents of the ANC and South Africa before their terms expired. But there is the risk that should Cyril Ramaphosa be impeached on corruption charges, then he will be the third president of the ANC and country whose presidency ended before his term expired. Because the ANC self-inflicted losses during the 2024 elections resulted in the party failing to achieve a simple majority to form the government without a coalition partner. But to add insult to political injury, the ANC chose the Democratic Alliance as its coalition partner to govern our country. But to what extent a post-apartheid generation has been disconnected and politically alienated from the African National Congress and its leaders will be determined during the next election in 2029. Therefore, if the ANC does not timelessly correct and reform itself, the Democratic Alliance could well become the black majority ruling party of South Africa.